So once again, I don't know if that's your phone microphone or if you're like way out of tune.
Yeah, my E string is super duper duper out of tune. It sounds like it was in drop D the last time I played it, and it kept dropping.
Oh, okay.
Who cares? I'm not gonna tune my guitar.
Yeah, who fucking cares?
Who fucking cares?
Ugh.
Don't try for these people. We do this for us. Did you just open a can?
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Rabbithole podcast.
Sure.
I'm Zach. That's Jeff.
Last episode. Are we gonna put the missing episode into the lost episode?
What do you mean?
Oh, you know what? I should start a new recording. Oh, fuck it, we're here.
Yeah, I'm still recording previously, so whatever.
Like, we still had that 30 minutes of the podcast that was assumed. Well, no, fuck, your audio is bad. Never mind.
Yeah, my side was fucked.
I said that. Walked right into that earlier. So, per the bonus episode, or how are we releasing that? What's going on? What are we doing?
I'll just, what do you mean?
Are we putting 2 episodes out this week, or are we doing...
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that was a bonus episode.
I figure while we're in quarantine and we're forced to be apart anyways, we can just record one a week.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything else on Saturdays.
Yeah, the reason why we would do multiple a week is because you would have to drive over here.
Yeah, a bit of a pain, because Penn Avenue is a piece of shit.
Yeah?
It's a stupid piece of shit.
I agree.
Shit.
This podcast is also available on other places. And guess what, Jeff? iTunes doesn't exist anymore. That's why we're not on iTunes.
Are we on Apple Podcast?
No.
Okay.
I knew but we are on Spotify and Anchor and other places.
Wondrous.
Google Podcast. Those are the main 3.
What's
Who else is on these other things?
Anchor? Aren't we on Anchor as well?
Yeah, I said Spotify, Anchor, and Google Podcast.
Oh, Anchor's so insignificant I don't think about it. Even though I am recording this podcast in Anchor, I'm really curious to see if it picks up your audio.
Yeah. Weird.
Penises. Indeed.
But yeah, so as last week, we recorded a long-ass podcast.
I got a cough. Corona. Continue.
Close. Jeff was corrupted. He corrupted his audio with the power of Satan.
Indeed.
I corrupted my audio with the power of stupidity. And now we're here.
Yeah, so you guys didn't get to enjoy our film process. We were going to write a really good film.
Yep. We started it. We made a 2-hour podcast that died. Came up with characters and everything. Started the whole thing because that's what we're wanting to do, at least for a while. We're wanting to come up with potentially a script that we feel is worth filming. You know?
Yeah.
So I guess that's what we're going to do. We're going to start from scratch.
Yeah, we're going to be using the Film Crux idea generator like we did last time, just because it's fun and easy.
Yeah.
So the point of the Film Crux I thought was to be random, but it turns out to not be random. It just turns out to be a shitty website. So we'll see.
Yeah.
What's here? Do we even want to go over what we're getting rid of?
Nah. Maybe we'll bring it back in some form one day.
Yeah. All right. So the Film Crux has generated what it always generates when you log in. What do you mean send about it? Don't offer me samples right It's still generating. Maybe it's actually going to give us something random this time.
Doubt it.
Okay. It has given us an action thriller set in New York in the 80s about a dying cop with a secret trying to do a heist. It's the exact same thing that loads every time we get in there.
Yeah.
It's not random.
I'm kind of just of the mind to say let's start with dark comedy.
You don't want me to cycle through the options?
Pick what we do from there.
Okay.
Because once again, I think that's where we are our most successful.
Yeah.
And most creative.
Yeah, we're not going to follow all the rules of this stupid idea generator.
There are no rules, bro.
There are not. So it could be set in wherever we want. The stupid film crux thing is suggesting New York, LA, the South, the country, the middle of nowhere, which is what we picked last time, the Arctic, the apocalypse. I don't want to do that right now. An alternate reality, which is a very blue sky. The Middle East. I'm just going to put a no on the Middle East.
Yeah.
And we're back to New York again.
So,
we're kind of in the South.
I mean, we're technically in the Midwest, but yeah.
Every
time I say we're the South, everyone's like, it's the Midwest.
Well,
like,
I say that.
Fuck you, we're South enough.
I say that because this Oklahoma doesn't feel like the real South to me, but everyone else calls this place the South. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Every time I've referred to it as the South, everyone disagrees. It's like, you are Southern people, you fucks.
I
Give it up.
disagree. I don't think this is the real South, but that's because I'm from Mississippi.
Well, sure. I mean, to be fair, you're not from Antarctica, so you're not even from the South. You live in North America, bitch.
What kind of dumb compass thinking are you talking about? We're south of the Mason-Dixon line, and we fought in the fucking war. South.
But you're not south of everything else.
You're
not south of the equator.
That doesn't qualify as south. What? What are you talking about? You're a damn degen.
I'm just being a dick.
You're a stupid dick. Stupid dick.
Yeah?
Where are we fucking this pig, bro? Where do we want to set this thing?
Why don't we start with characters?
Fuck you.
And then maybe we'll know where we want to set it.
Okay.
Because, once again, they have, 6 locations?
We have a dying cop. We'll go ahead and change that. A brilliant doctor.
What about a brilliant cop?
We could have a brilliant cop.
I don't want to make a movie about a cop.
Brilliant criminal. Yeah, I don't want to make a...
Oh.
We'll make a movie about a cop. It's you have to harass black people. What fucking
the best movie about cops has already been made.
Cop Out?
Yes. I was thinking the first 4 Die Hard movies, but that's funny. Cop Out. Still Bruce Willis.
A brilliant criminal? Let's get off a brilliant here. Let's see what else they have. A young criminal.
What about a smooth criminal?
Like sexually smooth?
More like just completely waxed.
Yes. Yes, I'm definitely down for waxing people, especially dudes.
All right. Now, what if you were going to play this character?
Well, I'm hairless south of the chin anyway.
South of the chin, my ass, your beard goes down to your belly button.
Alright, but other than my beard and my quarantine mustache and my beautiful long hair...
You got a quarantine mustache?
I'm just not doing any maintenance, bro. I'm surprised I shower sometimes.
That's funny. There's actually a lot of people out there growing quarantine mustaches. I'm like, why is this a trend? And you just said that you're doing it too.
I didn't know it was a trend. I just didn't feel like shaving my mustache. What if I run out of Bix and I gotta go back to the store?
That's fair. I didn't even think about that. I'm still going to the store anyways, just not very much, and only whenever there's basically no one there.
Yeah, I'm not going to the store unless I run out of stuff.
Yeah, I go like maybe every 2 weeks at this point, I guess.
That's my goal, to go be at least 2 weeks apart. That's the quarantine's goal for liquor runs too. Waiting 2 weeks.
Yeah. The issue is, I buy like fruit and shit. So bananas, I can't buy a month's worth of bananas.
Yeah, I've given up produce completely. I just cans and proteins.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go back and to the store for milk and eggs. It's just a waste of time.
Yeah. I mean, I'm normally good on eggs. I eat a lot of eggs, but I buy like the container of 60 of them or whatever. And now I'm finally almost out, and I'm just like, can I just last until, the 30th, and then I can just do all my shopping at that time?
Yeah, maybe I'll get a 60-pack of eggs next time, because I do like having an egg. I got very little breakfast options. All the sausage was bought, so I bought some rolls of sausage, but I don't know. I didn't have any room in my fridge for a 60-pack of eggs when I went shopping because it was full of expired shit. But I cleaned out my fridge when I got back, and I have room for it now. Are you touching shit?
Do what?
What is this weird countdown sound?
Oh, maybe it can only record a certain amount. We're at 55 minutes on my recording.
Lucas, yeah, heads up. It's a 60-minute maximum. What is that beep? Oh, God. Alright, let's just pause real quick, because I'm going to have to stop this recording and start a new one. Sexual eruption. What were we talking about? Smooth criminals?
The smoothest of criminals.
Yes. I don't know if I give a shit about criminals.
Me either.
A troubled artist. A grieving artist. They have to be a funny grieving artist.
Funny and grieving.
Yeah, it's a dark comedy.
I mean, I get that, but I don't feel like the person grieving is the one making the jokes, really.
I do.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. Whenever my grandma died, I made a joke about it.
Yeah.
Felt bad, but also was like, in the moment, it was like, what else am I supposed to do?
Hold your dick. Respect. F and chat.
People grieve in their own ways.
Yeah. Funny people are sad.
They sure are.
What are you making beats on?
Your face.
Don't beat on my face.
I'll beat off your face.
Better not be beating off anywhere near me.
Beat off where I want, Jeff.
We used to beat off just a wall away from each other when we were roommates.
I like to hope that we weren't doing it at the same time, though.
Oh, we were.
How would you know? You have your ear up to the wall or something?
Well, I mean, an ear up to a cup up to the wall.
Oh. Well, that's even better.
Oh, yeah, I could hear. I knew everything that was going on in there. Microphones were very strong.
That's true. You get one of these Zooms out there, I think I'll hear everything before your normal ears can.
Oh, yeah, microphones are way better than ears. So we got to come up with some characters.
We sure do.
Okay. What about a genius?
Then we got to write for a genius, and that's difficult.
What about a happy, struggling wash tub?
A wash tub?
Oh, I keep forgetting to select the occupation. What are they at? Detective, loser, leader, stranger, business person, teacher, serial killer, soldier, writer, con artist, assassin, spy, student. I don't know. One character's not really enough for me. I tend to like to have a three-piece going on. So there's always some
agree.
democracy. Yeah.
I mean...
Like
for this kind of genre specifically, definitely have to agree.
Oh yeah, for a dark comedy, it'd be great to have like a young, washed up group of teenagers approaching adulthood, probably.
Okay, so it's the same thing we wrote already?
Oh, what? We wrote something already? And then
Yeah.
maybe if it took place at a Ren fair.
How are we going to make a Ren fair, Jeff?
We're just gonna go to the Ren fair.
I only have katanas and 1 kill.
Well, you don't need to bring either of those to a Ren fair.
Those are things you can buy at a Ren fair, is my point.
Yeah, why do you have a katana at a Ren fair?
I don't know. They sell them there, though. I've seen them. I didn't get mine there, but I did get my kilt there.
I guess katanas existed. They weren't common use in the area that you would normally assume a Ren fair is.
Yeah.
Weird.
They sell shit at Ren fairs that doesn't belong there.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, maybe they're circa 2014, fresh out of high school. At a Ren fair.
Jeff, you're not even trying.
You're not fucking trying. Give me some fucking feedback on these characters.
Okay, let me open up this app.
You piece of shit. Would you show up to work?
No! I show up to talk.
I'm going to focus on the width area. A death wish. An obsession. A mental issue. A disability. A dying spouse. A grieving artist with a dying spouse.
That's just getting into like super drama territory.
Yeah, it sounds like a fucking Lifetime movie.
Wow, this is loading really weird.
You, a sick child. No. A grieving artist with something to prove.
With no fear.
How fearful. Maybe he's a conceptual piss artist.
Oh my god. Jesus, there's so many dying things in this.
Well, it's a fucking movie. People die in movies.
He has a lot of debt. Ooh, what about a dying artist with a lot of debt trying to do a heist?
Okay.
I kind of like the idea of a character that knows that they're dying. That could be fun.
Yeah. Yeah. A dying artist.
And we can make a lot of jokes about that.
Yeah, definitely someone who's dying is fucking hilarious.
I mean, it depends on your disposition.
Who are the other
Depends
characters?
on how. You what?
Oh, you go.
It depends on whether or not they've come to terms with it.
And what they're dying from.
Yeah.
Coronavirus, likely.
Yeah, I mean, there's some big numbers there.
Not really. It's less than the flu. So who are the other characters in this world?
I mean, is that the main character that we're wanting to...
What else would we do?
I don't know.
A group of washed up teenagers?
Nah, that sounds pretty rote.
Alright. What about a washed up kid with something to prove I'm thinking Kid Cop.
Kid Cop.
The only guy that's on the trail of whatever the fuck this artist is up to is a child. A child who believes he's a washed-up cop.
Where are we at? I was so confused.
We're making characters.
Yeah, I get that.
Well, I can't get Kid and Cop to show up at the same time, but and I'm on washed up, kid with a lot of debt, but we can just say with an obsession. Or people after them. A washed up kid with people after them. That's funny. It's hard to leave that one alone.
Yeah. Well, let's play with that.
We could
just make it more surreal.
Yeah, take a Bad Santa angle. Maybe this is the dying artist's ally.
Well, I was thinking like let's pull on the thread of this washed up kid and just see what comes out of that, because that if we lean into the surreality of it, of people taking it as there is a washed up kid, I think that could be interesting.
Yes. How does a child become washed up? What do you fail at?
Yeah.
And why do I see this kid in aviators? How do we get 5 o'clock shadow on a child?
You know? Well, I don't know.
We'll have to let hair and makeup figure that out.
We yawned at the same time.
Well, that's nice. That's beautiful.
Wow.
Start making some choices. Is this kid at school, or is this in the summer? Is this a home issue? How old is the kid?
7.
7. Gotcha. Second.
Because I want it to be really ridiculous that he's washed up.
Yeah. So he's not pooping himself. He's not old enough for sport. Well, he could be in sports. He could be in some kids' sports. They got Little League.
What if we take the angle of like
maybe
he's washed up from a kid's perspective,
or
other kids see him as washed up for some reason.
Or he plays Little League football and he already has CTE.
The fuck is CTE?
Concussion, trauma, whatever the fuck. It's the thing football players get.
He tore his ACL and now he'll never go pro. I think we would probably need to know more about sports than that.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
We do.
Well, being washed up is very. It's just kind of like, as long as you're actively making them feel replaced or alienated, the kid's washed up. So he doesn't necessarily have to fail from a profession. It could just be.
But that's funny.
All right, what profession do 7-year-olds get? Oh, you know what? In the middle of coronavirus, maybe he was he was in charge of giving out the cootie shots, but somebody actually got the cooties, so he's dealing with a malpractice case. It's like a young doctor.
That's funny. I like it.
Circle, circle, dot, dot, but he didn't. He had a dot outside of one of the circles, and that's the kid that got the cooties.
I was never good at drawing inside the line.
You didn't close the circle. It's practically a square.
That's funny. Just make it like a fucking malpractice, like medical drama type situation, but it's just a fucking kid.
That leaves us a lot of room for like a jury and shit.
Yeah, it gives us a lot of room to play with other characters.
What the fuck are the cooties?
I mean, there's nothing. There's no specific like anything that it links to.
No.
Cooties is not really an analog for anything.
No, I think people just deem each other having cooties.
Yeah. It's just something gross. I mean, if you think back to the game from like the 80s or the 90s or whatever, they're like weird little bug things. But
Yeah. Definitely fat girls have cooties.
no, we're boys, so definitely all girls have cooties.
Girls have cooties. That's where they fucking come from.
Yeah. I do feel like there's actually a lot to play with here.
Yeah, that kind of blew up pretty fast. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, and there's I feel like the jokes are easy enough to come up with.
Yeah.
And if we take it like really fucking serious, like with
we have to.
how they're treating it as really fucking serious, I think that's I mean, this is kind of sort of my jam, anyways. Because like if you think back to therapy, there was kind of like similar situation there.
I think it's funnier if the adults take it even more serious. Like we have, classic South Park and other shit. The adults are worthless and stupid.
Yeah.
No one's gonna come and break up the reality that we have made for these stupid children.
Yeah, and it would be even funnier. Like we write it as like to start with, you think it's just the kids, and then somewhere down the line, it's still just being taken super seriously. And then you kind of introduce the adults more, and then they're like taking it just as serious to the point where it's like, dude, this world is just fucking weird.
Yeah, the longer we wait to find out that the adults are morons, the funnier it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm super down for this. As for shooting this, I don't know, but as for writing this, hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
From a shooting perspective, it's like, oh, fucking kids, bro.
A lot of kids.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a part of it, but I'll definitely write it. It's funny.
Yeah, sounds like a fun script. Yeah. Yeah, I like the idea of the malpractice situation going on.
Malpractice
And all
cootie
that.
shots. That's funny.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Like one of the kids one of the kids stopped showing up to school or whatever, and then like they're just like, yeah, he got the cooties or whatever. And you think it's just the perspective of the kids just being like, oh yeah, he got the cooties and it's because of this, But it's something darker. No. Like
Yeah.
he got aborted.
Ouch, late.
Very late. No. We don't need, I don't want to go that dark, but yeah. Yeah, dude, I feel like there's a good setup here.
Yeah. Just need to really hammer down kind of just the inciting incident once we had that. What does it look like when someone gets the cooties? Do we just let it be children deeming each other having the cooties, like, how it is in real life?
Yeah.
I don't mind the
I
idea
like
of somebody being missing. Kind of starting to feel like he needs to have multiple people come down with the cooties.
I think if we just start with one, and then it builds up, obviously. Because, yeah, it is a good idea to have more than one, so that way, like, people actually start to investigate, like, other kids start to investigate the situation. We have, like, little kids as fucking cops and shit. Kid cop is back.
Yeah. What's that? Kid cop.
Yeah, but, like, these kids are just at home for some reason. Like, they actually got sick of some other something. And these kids are just, like, taking it as it's the cooties, and it's this kid's fault for not giving them the cootie shot right.
Yes.
And then they die of coronavirus. I regret saying it. That's fucked. a little too early. I'm sorry, audience.
I'm looking
Sorry.
at character traits, and I keep seeing like drug addicted, regretful, boring. Because I'm trying to think of this kid cop. A drug addicted kid cop would be gnarly.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the kid doctor. Just make him a tiny little Gregory House.
Exactly. He has a limp and everything. He wears a suit. It's exactly what we should feel like it is. He doesn't have to be a drug addicted cop. He could just be a candy addicted cop.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
That was weird. You either stopped talking abruptly or you got cut off.
Oh, I was thinking the cop doesn't have to be drug addicted because that's funny. He could just be candy addicted. That'd be the closest drugs.
Yeah, I like that.
Depending on how dark you want to get it, he could be drug addicted and stealing people's Ritalin and shit.
I think with the age range being what it is, I think that they just take like sugar highs really serious.
Oh yeah, this kid's supposed to be a hall monitor or an alleged snitch, but he keeps taking favors of candy or stealing people's candy and having sugar crashes and falling asleep in the classroom instead of doing his job, whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah. So how does this story play out? Does it have a happy ending? Do the other kids come back to school? Does the cootie crisis ever get under control?
No.
I don't know.
For sure not.
Oh, damn, really?
Yeah. No, they shut down the school. It's a pandemic.
Yeah, that's like the end there, that the adults take it that seriously and actually shut down the school.
We have to quarantine. The school shuts
just
down.
For cooties.
Yes. The cooties have gotten so serious they have to practice social distancing.
There you go.
This became the pandemic movie.
It sure did. It's an apocalypse movie, kinda.
Yeah, the school's falling apart. The lunch ladies keep getting sick. Smaller
we got the cooties.
Cooties are funny.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, the ending is going to have to kind of be anticlimactic unless some people are actually going to die. I mean, shutting down the school is definitely funny.
Yeah, if we take it from a perspective of, like, these kids are really young and this is kind of their fucking normal, is going to school and shit, like they're at school more than they're at home, that kind of situation, it's kind of like the school being shut down is kind of like the end of the world for them.
Yeah. I don't know exactly what the last scene looks like, but that's definitely got to be a big plot point.
Yeah. And then the fucking doctor kid just, like, blames himself.
And kills himself. No, the kid's suicide. Other people are not like that.
Also, just ending the movie with a death is just, like with the main character dying is just such a cop-out.
Cop-out was a great movie.
Was it?
Yeah, sure, fine.
One of Kevin Smith's weakest. Still had some good jokes in it, but...
What does he do after he's found guilty of malpractice and the school shuts down? He's got to go home.
I think the school being shut down would be one of the last things that happens in the script. I'm thinking that there's a trial.
Yeah, there's got to be a trial before the school gets shut down. This is all third act shit. I mean, how long does a trial really last? Because that could really plan out a lot of our beats.
I think a trial could last throughout the movie, essentially. Not like one single trial, but just kind of like... I mean, it's technically a single trial, but it's in multiple sessions.
Yeah, court dates.
Yeah. So it would be like them trying to figure out, like, if he did, like, what he did wrong, essentially, that's causing all these kids to not be at school.
Oh, man, a really intense CSI scene from these children would be funny.
That's true. Just parodying the fucking CSI shit.
Absolutely.
And twisting it into a kid's perspective.
Yeah,
yeah.
We're gonna need some CSI scenes.
Yeah. Super down for that. I also, just a storyline of the doctor kid, his, like, personal life, how it's been affected by all of this, all the trials and stuff. And then you got the actual trials happening, and then who knows what happens to him at the end.
Yeah, he's got to have some, like, he's washed up, so when he goes home, he's got to have some shit that he stops doing. I don't know what his main hobby was before, but now all he does is drink milk boxes or juice boxes and wait for dinner. I don't know. We got to start incorporating some nonsense. Who the fuck is texting me?
I mean, we could even just be like, all this shit takes place during recess over multiple days. So he's actually got his own, like, fake life, essentially, during recess. Like, if we were to be like, oh, give him, like, you know, a fake wife or whatever kind of situation, and then just kind of take all that pretty seriously.
Yeah.
And not even necessarily focus on, like, the real home life, but just kind of like, this is all like a pretend situation almost, like, throughout the recess thing.
Yeah, and the school closing feels more important the more that we never show them at home.
Yeah.
Because it is the world for the whole movie.
Yeah.
So let's make that a soft rule. They don't go home.
Yeah, if we just kind of keep it at recess/lunch kind of situation through most of it, I think that really helps to establish the world being that way. So that way, whenever we eventually do tweak it to a point where you're seeing them outside of school, it's more of kind of a twist that the adults are still in on the fact that this is, like, not necessarily just a playtime situation.
Yeah. Yeah, the cootie pandemic is very serious.
Yeah.
So they're mostly at lunch and recess. He's got to go to his trial dates.
Yeah, I think, you know, we'd hold those during recess as well.
Yeah, likely.
Like, everything, I think, should take place at recess/lunch or whatever, through most of the movie/script or whatever, before it gets to the reveal that the parents and the adults are also taking the cootie thing really seriously.
Yeah, they could do stuff in the background if we see an adult and they're, like, Lysoling everything and they're wearing face masks and shit.
Yeah. just to a point where it's like, if you're paying attention, you see it, but if you're not paying attention, you don't.
Yeah. Kind
of situation where it's like, you watch this movie a second time and you realize, holy shit, the whole time.
Cooties.
Yes. I mean, shit, there you go. We've named it.
Oh, just calling it cooties? It's a little on the nose. I don't care.
It is. It is on the nose, but it doesn't really give anything away.
No. It's a movie about cooties. It's about cooties.
Yeah?
Yep. A washed up child doctor.
It's so funny.
This was successful, but we're only 28 minutes in. It's hardly a podcast. We got to keep moving.
Right.
Kind of caught fire.
Let's talk out some characters. Let's talk out the characters.
Well, there was some talk of a drug-addicted cop.
Yes. We know there's going to be cops and CSI people and the doctor guy, and there's got to be a judge and some lawyers. So there's a lot.
Yeah. We just need to. I mean, that's them. I mean, that's how we don't get to see too many people outside of the trial. Let me see how. What else does Film Crux offer us?
So I think let's work on our main character, and then anyone that would be close to them, like a friend / fake wife or whatever, and probably like who the main victim is that they're trying to, you know, kind of figure out those archetypes and stuff.
Yes. Yes. Who would be the doctor's closest friend? I guess just another doctor.
I think it'd be funnier if it was like, you know, looking at it from like a kid's perspective, like classically, I'm not talking about kids now who are like, I want to be on TikTok. I'm talking about kids back in the day would be like, oh, when I grow up, I want to be blah, blah, blah. I think it'd be funnier if it was just like a completely, like, maybe he's like a pro wrestler or something.
What?
Just like something fucking weird like that a kid would want to be that could hang out with a doctor. Just something dumb.
Yeah, okay. Pro wrestler, astronaut. Get these kids dressed up.
Yeah, astronaut, that's a really good one.
Clown.
I don't know many kids that wanted to be clowns, but sure.
I make fun of those, mostly. Yeah. Oh, man, there'd be kind of some kids that, their dreams didn't work out, so they're already, like, garbage men and shit.
Just got like a sad home life where your parents are telling you your dreams will never come true. You're going to be a garbage man like your old man.
It's funny.
Yeah.
I keep your nose clean. You end up like Jared over there. He's a garbage man. You think it's easy to be a garbage man?
This shit writes itself, man. It's just such like a funny thought of like a reveal of just a kid as garbage man. It's like just playing garbage man over there.
That's funny.
They're just like taking the trash out of the trash can.
Yeah, the grown-ups are letting him do it because, again, the grown-ups are shitheads.
That's ridiculous. Yes, this I like. I might actually have to grab a notebook or something at this point.
Oh, you're going to show up to work?
Hot damn.
I'm noodling some stuff.
Yeah, before we weren't coming up with too many like specifics that necessarily need to be written down for me.
Not a note.
Now it's got to a point where it's like, yo, we're actually kind of coming up with jokes already.
Well, this is fruitful. I'm not so mad now. I was really upset that we lost the last podcast.
As was I. I do feel like this is kind of a more fun direction that is probably almost going to be unshootable for us specifically.
Yeah.
But I love it, so.
I would do cinematography for it, but I'll let someone who actually likes kids direct it.
Yeah. I mean, my big thing would be casting kids.
I want nothing to do with it.
Fucking awkward situation. Number 2, kids can't act very well. Like, even, like, actual paid child actors, there are very few of them that are actually good.
I mean, it's almost tempting to have grown-ups dress as children. But then how are we going to have grown-ups?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we could do, if we just had, like, a ridiculous budget, we could do, well, it wouldn't be a ridiculous budget. We could do, like, a forced perspective on the adults so that the grown-up actors are small, and they're dealing with child-sized stuff, but then when we meet an adult, they're just giant.
There's a show that I heard about that has that kind of situation where it's like they're like these kids at school, but there's the two main characters are played by actual adults, and it's like live action and shit. I don't remember. I think it's called Penn Island, actually.
Interesting.
You know, Penis Land.
Exactly, Penis Land. I wouldn't be opposed to doing that should we ever get down to shooting it, but I don't know if I want to put it in the script, but that's the style. It does give us more dramatic performances, for sure. But all this is really funny because there's kids doing it.
Yeah, I like it that it's kids doing it. Otherwise, we would switch it. It would be adults doing children things.
Yeah. No, it's got to be kids. Little Rascals pulled it off. We'll be fine.
That's true. But that was also a time that, you know,
child
most
labor was a
actors
lot
weren't
easier.
good.
Oh, right.
So they kind of just fit in. Yeah. Anyways.
So these children take their jobs seriously. There's wash-ups, there's wash-outs. He's a doctor. His friend's a wrestler or an astronaut or something ridiculous. Do they get costumes? It's not hard to get costumes. We can just give them Party Galaxy costumes.
I mean, I don't think that they necessarily... I think the perspective that we're using is the perspective of the children so they can see the costumes.
Yeah.
But they don't necessarily have to have them. I think if we were filming it, I don't know what... It could go either way.
Yeah. I mean, I prefer the children to have props and stuff to play with.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have them in costume. I like that. I like that idea.
Okay.
Oh, maybe his best friend's a superhero.
Oh.
He's the only one that knows his secret identity.
That's interesting.
Yeah, he's got to come in and out of recess. Trying to find places to put his costume on.
Yeah. Dude, that would be so funny if that was just a running gag. Like, anytime something's happening, he runs off to try and find a place to put on his costume.
That's hilarious.
And then doesn't show up until after it's over.
Where's Timmy? And then Batman kicks in the door, and the teacher is super excited to see the real Batman. I have to make up a superhero.
Yeah. That's funny.
Superhero kid is so funny. I'm gonna have to mute these notifications.
Yeah, I keep hearing them. And I keep checking my phone. I'm like, is someone calling in? What's happening?
No, Aaron's deciding the good Aaron is deciding to text me some stuff right now. I don't really want to look at it.
What's the good Aaron?
Aaron Bud, my friend.
Your bud?
Bud the Bud. He don't know I'm in the middle of a podcast. For all he knows, I'm in the middle of a weekend right now.
I mean, that's true, but what are your weekends normally?
This.
Hot damn. Sweet Christmas.
I definitely want a 3-piece team on the CSI investigators because I want to be able to do repartee.
Okay.
But I don't know if the cops should be part of their. It should be like part of their unit, like CSI would normally be. They normally have a cop with them, or if he should be a rogue investigator. Because the cop's got a lot to deal with right now. He's trying to figure out where these cooties are coming from, if that's important to him. He's probably trying to figure out who the vigilante's identity is.
So much.
He's got these CSI guys running around. It's a mess.
And the CSI guys, I want to suggest a dynamic. If you're going with 3, or maybe we add a 4th, I don't know. I just want one of them to be not necessarily included.
Oh, like we have a loser or a love triangle?
Like we have one, not necessarily like just one guy who's really trying to like be in the group, but the other 2 people or 3 people, depending on what you want to do with the 3 characters, just kind of ignore them. Just not like super into this person.
I want 4 then, because I'd like there to be a really tight 3-piece, but then this loser kid is just not getting in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd shoot them with like sweeping shots, like looping around them, and they're putting on their sunglasses and they're doing catchphrases and shit, and then his shots are just cut to tripod.
Or the camera moves to him and stops, and he just doesn't come up with anything good to say. Like he just doesn't fit the group at all.
He's just not. Yeah, I like that. It's really funny. The kid does not.
They're all high-fiving him and shit, or they're all high-fiving each other and shit, and then he's just standing there with his hand up, and they're ignoring him. Just that kind of situation.
Yeah, they're a 3-piece super team, and they've got this loser they're ignoring.
Yes.
This movie's getting pretty big. Got a lot of characters going on. That's kind of what I like about it.
Yeah. I just want the world at this point to feel like alive, and there to be a lot of jokes.
Oh yeah, this classroom is a full-size town. We've got everybody in it. We've got a pro wrestler. We've got a superhero. We've got the town cop. We've got the CSI assholes. We've got a poor fucking garbage guy.
Yes.
And then there's adults walking around in the background doing God knows the fuck what, but they're super excited to see that the adults taking them seriously is going to be really funny. Like especially once the cop has a reason to get onto the teacher.
Yeah. So with the main character, the doctor kid, being the main character, I guess. How is he affected by this whole situation?
Well, he's going to be out of work for sure. His recess little doctor stand, which would look a lot like the therapist stand from the Peanuts. Where where he's normally. We might as well have some Charlie Brown references in there. I want to see someone go do a backflip trying to kick a football.
Sure.
But yeah, he's got to board it up. It's out of work or somebody else is running it. They had to get a new doctor. Some way of making him stop his profession that's visually funny.
Yeah. But I also want it to be like one of those things like I do want to add like the marital drama situation.
Yeah, couldn't tell if you're bringing up fake life or fake wife. We do need to get a girl in there.
Yeah, I like the idea of like after he gets shit canned, basically. He's dealing with this shit like at that recess or whatever, and his like fake wife / girlfriend or / little girl of the day or whatever is just like super pissed off at him, and he's just dealing with a lot of shit, drinking his milk or apple juice or whatever.
And then he can't handle the pressure of their conversation, so he throws his lunch tray, storms out.
Yeah. Or she leaves him for the new doctor.
Oh, ouch, bro.
Yeah. I like that because it's funny. It's funny because whenever you're like little kids like that and shit, the whole idea of having like a girlfriend or anything like that is so fleeting constantly. It changes potentially daily.
Yeah.
Like, I just think that's a hilarious idea.
And he's been suspect of this kid for a little while, like maybe a day. They're in class, and he sees him pass a note to her, and he's just like, that's fucking suspect. But it's all good because he's the doctor, and he's not gonna lose a girl because he's rich. But then his practice goes down, and there's a new doctor.
Yep, and it's that guy that passing the notes.
I kind of want to bring a way for them to have nice cars into it so we can see him lose his car. But that sounds difficult to do. You had to get one of those like pedal cars, or you had to just have a nice bike. I don't know.
Yeah, finding the analog for that is...
That's not going to be worth it. That's not that funny either.
Yeah, it feels like it would be too much of a stretch.
Yeah. Nah.
Try and get...
That's a dud. We'll cut that. No cars.
I mean, like, what else could be... I think the wife thing is very symbolic of him losing everything at that point, though.
Yeah.
And losing the job in general.
Yeah, he stops wearing his stethoscope.
They take it away from him and give it to the other guy.
Yeah.
There's just one.
The cop has to bust his ass about it. He's just like, you're not allowed to practice medicine anymore.
Yeah, go give that to the new doctor. And then everybody just watches and shames him as he does it.
So
Childhood rules. Playground rules.
Yep. He has to lose his stethoscope. Actually, that could be the moment where, like, his girlfriend just kind of steps over to the new doctor.
Yeah, just don't make a big deal about it.
I don't know how to spell stethoscope. I have...
I just started writing that as well.
I'm
not quite sure myself.
Steph, as in Stephanie, the letter A, and the word scope.
Okay, so it's not a PH.
Fuck you.
It's TH. Stethoscope.
Well,
I don't think I've necessarily spelled it correctly either, but I know it's stethoscope and not stethoscope.
You're hurtful and negative. I just want to say
I spelled it right.
I just want to say that. These are my notes.
Stethoscope.
These are my notes. No one else has to read them.
Okay. That's fine. Fruition.
Fuck you.
So for all you out there, Jeff once thought the word fruition was fruition. That's the whole story.
Yep. Well.
The end.
Yeah. Threw it on. I'm a fucking loser. That's okay.
That's okay. How I Met Your Mother did an episode about this. The whole thing where it's like there's one thing out there that everybody's like missed one thing or whatever. You know, the chameleon situation. The first time I saw that word, it was written down, so I thought it was chameleon. Nope, it's chameleon, you fool.
Yeah, I'd always heard fruition and never seen it written, so I was like, oh, I guess they're through with it. Through it on.
Yeah, makes sense.
So he loses his girl, and then I guess that's got to happen Probably the start of Act 2 needs to be the start of the trial.
Okay. How many kids at this point are not at school?
Yeah. That's a good question.
How many kids have to have gotten the cooties before he's actually no longer the doctor?
Definitely ones that were seen on screen getting the cootie shot from our doctor. Shit.
So maybe that's kind of our opening. Is just kind of a series of kids getting cootie shots there.
Yeah. It's
like
definitely...
it's the season for cooties, so he's like, oh, get your cootie shots, blah, blah, blah. And pay me lots of money.
Yeah.
So much money, I'm a doctor.
Real cash money.
I'm sitting here thinking this whole time, like, what could be the money?
Me too.
Just make it money.
Fuck it, it's
just
money.
Real money.
They've got jobs.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's got to be living the life. It's like the opening, the first 10 minutes, definitely. He's the doctor, he's got the girlfriend, his business is successful, he's making a ton of money. Yeah.
Everybody likes him.
Yeah, he's everyone's friend. His best friend is, someone super cool. Astronaut, wrestler, whatever.
Or superhero.
Yeah, the superhero kid's fucking
Superhero
hilarious.
kid could just be his friend.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's his only confidant. He's the only person who knows his secret identity.
Yeah.
That's funny.
She's living the life, and all of a sudden, so-and-so didn't come to school today. Oh, that's weird. And then, like, the next day, another kid is not there, and they start getting suspicious.
Oh, we need a lawyer kid, because this is a malpractice suit.
It sure is. We need a lawyer for his side specifically. He's a doctor. He has the best lawyer.
Yes.
And this kid's got to be super fucking into being a lawyer and being the best lawyer.
He's the best fucking lawyer for sure. I mean, it's a class of maybe 20 or 30 kids, and he's probably the one of two lawyers.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's either the best lawyer or he's the one who hasn't won a case yet, and he's underdog against the other kid's lawyer.
Okay. All right. That's interesting.
Yeah, the other lawyer is taking on the whole class action lawsuit, and he's got a big prestigious firm. Everybody's
class action.
Yeah. His cootie shots didn't fucking work. Everyone's getting the cooties. It's a class action lawsuit.
No, I'm saying class action because it's the class. That's why it's funny.
Oh, that's
it's a pun
clever.
in itself.
I didn't even catch it.
That's why I laughed. Beautiful. Okay, yeah, I was going to say, like, maybe we make the other lawyer the one that's trying to come up, trying to beat this lawyer. But no, I like the idea. We keep the main character sympathetic, so his lawyer is also sympathetic.
Yeah, he's either a try hard ready like Ted type of lawyer from Scrubs, or his superhero friend is Daredevil, and he's his lawyer and a superhero.
Just make it Daredevil, but
Literally.
it's a kid who's like, I'm Daredevil, so I'm also Matt Murdock.
It's a blind kid that keeps running out of class.
And he can't find a place to change.
He's gonna go hide behind stuff, but he's right there. People are not seeing.
He's just right there in the open, just changing into a Daredevil suit.
Man, if we could license that, that'd be fucking hilarious.
Right.
And people would play along too because they're kids.
Yeah.
Where did Matt go? He's just right in the corner.
That's funny. Yeah, I like the idea of, I want him to be a capable lawyer. Maybe he's just new.
Yeah, he's a hot shot up and comer then.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe they were partners and then they had a fight. The two lawyers. and he's starting his own firm.
That's a good idea, because then let's do that. Like, they used to be, like, best friends, but they had a fight, and so they're on opposite sides now.
Yeah, what do kids fucking fight about? Someone took a toy or something. For
Anything.
Sure. That's true. We could put another dumbass love triangle in there. They like.
I mean, it could just be as simple as, like,
they like the same girl.
Well, I don't even think we go that far. Like, they got in a fight over who's the best lawyer.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
I'm the best lawyer.
No, I'm the best lawyer. And then they have to prove it in court.
We'll see who's the best lawyer.
Yep. Yeah. That's a good idea. And then we get drama there, and we can also have them making jokes at each other's expense.
Yeah.
Like, that's super easy. They just yell at each other in court. Like, they're just calling each other names and shit.
Child-ass names. Well, are these kids going to cuss? I think they should. Should almost talk like grown-ups.
Yeah, I think...
This thing is doing its fucking countdown again because we're at 55 minutes. I could stop recording and come back real quick.
I'm almost out of space as well.
I don't want to stop. We got 5 minutes left on my recording. I don't want to stop the podcast. Okay. It's a really funny podcast. I really like where this is going.
Yeah. We can. You want to start yours over? We can. I think I probably have like 20 minutes left.
All right, you want to?
We can keep talking and try to find end point.
Yeah, definitely want them to be hyper-competitive lawyers, and that's definitely their fight. Is that who's the best lawyer?
Yeah,
that's funny.
And as far as like the cussing thing goes, like I'm not against it, but I don't want to lean on it.
No, that's not.
I don't want that to be the joke, because I just can't stand that kind of comedy.
Yeah.
Where it's just like the joke is just that they're cursing. It's like, but that's not funny. I say those words.
Yeah, it should be a shock. Maybe it's just like school. I mean, they're in school. If someone says a cuss word, it's a big deal, and the cop is on them.
Yes, that's funny. The cop goes around giving people tickets for that kind of shit.
Yeah. Well,
yes.
This was a successful session.
Yes, it was.
We have a very good script, and I'm surprised that we haven't been doing this exact thing for several years.
I mean, well, we did. We started doing this for a very short amount of time whenever we were trying to write stuff together. Like, we came up with some pretty good ideas that we just never shot.
That's true.
We had some really funny shit. At one point, like, I still have a couple of the scripts that we were using for, all kinds of videos on Idea that we came up with ideas for.
Yeah. Idea.
Yep. There was lots of stuff that we came up with that we just never shot, and just whenever we came up with it, we were just done with it. We never did anything with it. We never went back to it. Because there was the idea where we were going to be like, oh, if you don't want us to, where it was like the ASPCA situation where we were like, oh yeah, we'll stop putting down these dogs if you hit subscribe or whatever.
Killing puppies. Killing so many puppies. We're at minute 58, dog.
Do what?
We're at minute 58.
Okay. Yeah, I even went and bought stuffed animals for that.
Yeah, we were going to put them in the oven and shit. It was going to be hilarious.
And we'll continue this next week. Bye.
Bye.